All right, welcome to Naturally Aspirated. Don't know what episode it is. Don't know what season it is. It's 2022. We're back. It is our Tesla special after my first experience with the Tesla brand. We'll go into it here because it stopped short of even really going for a drive. But we're joined once again. You can hear us giggle. It's Chili. How's it going, Chili?
Yeah, what's up, gents?
I love how you wave to the microphone like they can see you.
It's all the Zoom meetings that I've been on. You wave at the camera.
Alright, so yeah, a lot of stuff's been going on in the car world. We're back finally, so we'll be going into that in the upcoming episodes here. We got guests planned for the next episode already coming on. We'll be debating some hardcore car enthusiast stuff. But first off, like I mentioned, like the title of this video, hopefully I remember, Tesla special. Alright, so I'll just start off, guys, with a little bit of a story. So I started off, I went to Tesla Edmonton. This is the one on the, that's west, right? West end.
Yep.
Not the one by the airport. Walked in. First off, first impression. This is something I never said at a car dealership. Smell like horse manure. It smelled really bad in there the whole time. I was there for like an hour. Okay? And Chili, I gotta ask you, does that give you like confidence when you're going to buy something really expensive?
Maybe if I'm buying a horse, but I'm buying an electric vehicle. So no, I don't think that would give me confidence in the purchase of, something $40,000 and up.
Absolutely not. And went in there right away. Initially, salesman asked me how I was doing. Said good. I said, just gonna look around a little, and I'll let you know if I have some questions. Started looking around. They had a Model 3 and a Model Y, both dual motors. What are your thoughts on the initial looks on Model 3?
Well, actually, I kind of like the way they look. Like, they're futuristic looking, like the front end. Because it looks like a car, but doesn't look like a car at the same time because it's got no air intake.
Yeah, so...
yeah, and it looks very teardroppy, I guess. Like, very rounded, if I were to, like, describe it. But I do like because they have, like, the two sets of rims that you can purchase directly from the dealership.
Yeah.
I like the second set where it's, like, the thicker ones because, it looks more like a Tron vehicle.
Yeah, the Aeroblade kind of things, yeah. For sure. One of my notes here, definitely. The wheels are cool. Both sets of wheels, I really enjoyed how they look. I think aesthetically very pleasing. Personally, Model 3, in person, I disliked it more than I've seen it on pictures.
Okay.
The lights are very bug-like, which kind of turned me off. Obviously... The front is going to look like an electric car, like you said, with limited air intakes. There actually are some. The bottom part of the bumper and the side of the little fog lights things are actually aero intakes too, which I don't know a lot about electric cars previously. I honestly had no idea if they even had anything. So that's something new to me, even though you can obviously see it in the pictures.
It's because the battery's on the bottom, and they have to cool the battery as it's doing stuff, so...
Absolutely. First impressions going in, really simplistic design, both on the inside and on the outside. The inside is completely blank. There's nothing in there except the steering wheel and a screen. Quite literally. The dash is empty.
It's like an iPad, just right in the middle.
Yeah, but there's nothing else on the dash. It's really I don't know, it seemed like kind of cool, but kind of weird at the same time. The one I was sitting in had this wood trim. As I asked about, in the future, I asked about customizability. That's a word, right?
It is now.
Customizability? I
Sure.
think that's the right word.
Probably. I don't know. We make up words on this show.
Yeah, you make up words. Where, this wood stuff, I wouldn't like it, but as we'll get into here, the type of salesman that I dealt with, not very good at selling stuff, I asked him, what sort of customizability, what sort of customizations can I make to this Model 3? And he responded with, nothing really. You can change the color and the leather. I was like, okay, sick. Like, you could have worded that a little differently.
I mean, I think one thing too about Tesla is they really want you to purchase it through their online dealership rather than through an in-person dealership as well.
I don't think they carry any stock. They have
No,
two
they don't.
showrooms.
It's all custom ordering. But
Mhm.
like I was saying, is they're really pushing for that online user friendly, whereas instead of that in person where you can just basically order it, which is, you know, the way the world is moving, especially with what happened where we had to do a lot of stuff online.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but I mean, if you're still going to have representation, you should have better representation.
Yeah, I agree. Like you need someone to talk to somebody still, right? You're selling the brand. Elon Musk, as much as I wouldn't say I'm relatively a fan of him at all, does a great job of selling his personality towards the brand, and that's basically how Tesla has grown, right? Through him more than as an actual car brand, which has worked very well for them, and it's a great strategy. Going back to the interior though, the steering wheel, I can't stand it. Maybe I'm just because I'm a car enthusiast and there's like two little knobs on them. I don't know what the hell they do. They say side to side, but they look like they roll up and down. And that's it. Obviously, I feel like we're talking about hands on, like keeping your hands on the steering wheel and stuff, safety, all that crap. Tesla is supposed to be safe.
Yeah.
The guy told me it's like the safest car in the world. He definitely just made that up. He had no facts or anything to follow that. First off, I just want to say that. I was like, oh, really? Like, how? He was just like, well, you know, like, crumple zone's small because there's no engine. I'm like, okay, well, or big, or like, whatever. Like, okay.
Well, that's for accidents, but like, what about being prone to an accident?
Yeah,
That's
exactly, right? Like, these two knobs, you gotta do it. I'm guessing you have to do everything through the screen. Your hand on the screen.
Yeah.
That's not good. Now you're looking down, over. I don't know. Personally, maybe I'm an old, grumpy man at 22 already.
I mean, according to Motor Trend reports, the Tesla Model 3 did earn a 5-star safety rating in all safety categories.
I believe it is very safe, but he just made it like, again.
A wild assumption.
As we're going into here, I have beef with this guy coming up, so I might be biased against him here. But the simplistic interior, I did like the leather. I haven't done any research into kind of what type of leather they do, but I found it interesting. It's like my car, and that I believe my car has fairly nice leather. I'll say that. A luxury vehicle.
Yeah.
They did not feel the same at all. Now, do they even use real leather or do they use like vegan leather? I don't know. Maybe I should have done some research here before.
It's synthetic, also known as vegan leather.
It is vegan leather. Okay,
vegan
it
leather.
feels like shit. Yeah. Okay. Let me write that down so I can beep that out. But yeah, it does not feel good. I did not like how it felt. It felt plasticky.
Well, it is synthetic, so it is going to feel plasticky. It's going to feel probably thinner too, not as thick as, you know, normal leather would be.
Mine's good old cows.
Cowhide.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand where they're trying to go. They're trying to turn into a more sustainable company, and they're trying to be more simplistic with their choices inside the vehicle. I understand what they're doing. I just feel like they could go about it a little bit differently. I don't know. Maybe it's just we're so used to the way we've done things, and this is so new and so different that it feels awkward. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, maybe if you started driving it for a long time, you'd be like, oh, I do kind of like this.
Yeah, I was really hoping to take it for a test drive. Unfortunately, that didn't work out.
Well, actually, my parents did, and they really liked it.
Yeah.
Except my dad said it was too fast for my mother to drive, which is why they didn't get it.
Makes sense. I feel like it's a fun experience to drive for sure.
Yeah.
Like I'm guessing, of course, with the quickness and stuff and the responsiveness of it being an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
But
like it sucks you back in the seat when it goes. It's quick.
For sure. So that's one thing. I didn't really write it down, but two models. There's long range and there's fast models. I feel like I'm bouncing all over the place. I don't know where to go next here. Okay, back to the interior. One thing, like, very important that they have those cameras on them on the side looking back into the blind spot, because the blind spots are atrocious if you don't have those. I was looking over my shoulder in the Model 3, and I'm like, you can't see anything. The back window is tiny. The, what is that? C pillars are like 1.5 feet wide. You can't see anything. Like it was very difficult to see out the back, I felt. Not that my car is great or anything, but coming from like Civics previously, they just have unreal. Pardon me. They just have unreal. So I'm getting there, okay? Let me do not disturb this.
As you can tell, we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And there's several technical issues going on at the moment.
So yeah, but it like, I just felt the blind spot was very difficult to see. So it's good that they have those cameras behind the front wheel there, looking backwards. The Tesla dealer guy told me that comes up on the. I don't know where it comes up. Does it come up on the screen, or does it come up like? Are you looking to the right and lane changing left, or does it come up on the mirror? He kind of didn't know about that. He seemed ill-informed on that, which was kind of weird.
That is weird.
So, yeah. It was really interesting. I walked around just to get my initial impression of it initially, to kind of develop a opinion on it, on how it looked. I think it looks like kind of like, I don't know, some sort of weird aquatic creature with bug eyes. For some reason, I think platypus, even though like doesn't look like a platypus at all. But I think platypus. Is there an animal or something that you think of when you look at it that, like obviously we say in cars like cats or like or wolves, like aggressive animals like a lion and stuff are always cool. Platypus not so cool, but anything you think of?
I mean, I guess looking at like the side profile, I can kind of see where you're coming from with the platypus, but I definitely think of like something that like with water rolling off of the back. Like it looks like it's just like nothing would stick to it, and it's just gonna like things are just gonna fly off of it is what it feels like. It looks like it would be like aerodynamic and such, but I can't think of an animal. Like the only thing I can think of is like what's the process of a frog right before it turns into a frog?
Tadpole.
It
does look like a tadpole.
That's what I'm seeing right now.
That's the one. All right, let me riff through my notes here because I feel like I'm missing stuff. Visibility. I'm very short, so maybe I'm biased.
Just to interject here, it does show up on the screen.
On the screen?
Yeah,
that's not on the mirror or something?
That's what this...
well, that helps. Nice. So it's only good if you're changing...
to the right.
To the right. Okay. That is beyond stupid. Again, back to the interesting high-tech features that are supposed to be safety features that are not safety features at all. Okay. So I'm very short, like I was saying. So possibly did not have an accurate representation of what it's like. I felt that I could not see the front of the car at all. I could see a foot of the hood. You can't see anything else. I like to think I'm a good driver and I'm not going to run over stuff up front, but there are people out there who are not good drivers.
Yes.
Believe it or not, Chili. I don't know if you've seen them.
I know. I've been hit by them. Yeah, but so it has blind spot monitoring, so it chimes if there's an object or something going in your blind spot. So it does have a sound notification, I guess to say, to let you know that something's there. It also has like a little light on your mirror apparently, just like how most vehicles do now, just to let you know that hey, probably shouldn't change lanes right now.
That's not stopping it. Yeah, the in-cabin space was kind of weird. I felt that it was very tight in the back. Of course, it's a smaller vehicle. The like center console, you have this like fake first one, and then this really deep other part to it. So the part right under the screen is actually the really deep part. right? Kind of like where the cup holders should be.
Yeah.
And then
Like in the center console.
Behind that is like nothing. I don't know. It's not deep at all. It's like a couple inches deep. So I'm a little disappointed with that. I feel like they could have used more space, like kind of the glove. There's no glove box or anything, it seems like, and it's really skinny there in the dash. You could have utilized more space there. Again, not a lot of foot space in the back. I had the seat in my position. Like I said, I'm short, the front seat, and it's still kind of tight on me in the back. But, I mean, for short distances, you'd be fine. Trunk. Initially, I thought the trunk was really small. The wheels are inside the trunk, and it's not very wide, but it's relatively deep. But you could open up the bottom, and there's like another section that's a little bit kind of deep. I don't know, like you might be able to get a hockey bag in there.
That's the question I need to ask here. How many hockey bags are going to fit in this car?
Maybe you might be able to get 3 if you use all the space. The front, meanwhile, what a joke!
Is it
I
tiny?
can't believe they even advertised that. You fit like a binder in there.
Just your single textbook?
Yeah, like okay, books on the way to school. That's it. But like you're not putting a bag there.
Okay.
Maybe a purse.
Oh.
Okay. I expected it to be like nice and deep. I was like, oh, like okay, like you got this trunk space. Now I went to the front. I'm like, well, like if it's like that again, like then there's a lot of cargo space. But yeah, overall, it was okay. It was okay. The seats do fold down in the back, all 3. So
you
if you need
space.
like, I don't know what the hell you'd be bringing home in your Tesla, but if you need more space with 2 passengers, you can get a lot more stuff in there.
Perfect.
Or sorry, a driver and a passenger. So now let's get into it. The depth of the story. Why I'm irritated, why we're doing this. So after looking around for a bit, I approached a salesman. If he's listening, whoops. Which point I asked for help. I said, can you give me a rundown of the Model 3? Like, tell me everything about it. And he said something that no salesman should ever say to somebody. Like, this is, like, beyond... I don't think he meant it, honestly. But he said it, and it irritated me, and I'm probably never going to buy a Tesla in my life now. Like, seriously. So I asked, can you give me a rundown, whatever. He gets up out of his chair, and his words are, yeah, but are you even actually serious about buying one? I'm standing there and like, it's not like I'm dressed like I'm homeless. And even if I am, who cares?
Yeah.
Like we said, we know
people
we know a guy
who dresses like a homeless person, and he
and
went and bought a $300,000 vehicle.
He's got,
just cuz.
He's got multiple vehicles over $100,000. But not that there's anything wrong with that. Like,
no.
But
to each
like,
their own.
Yeah, but like if that's not your job's to promote the brand and sell. Like maybe I'm an accountant. Like I don't know. Like
or maybe you're looking to buy a car in the future and just sniffing around right now.
Yeah, like you guys promote the brand for the future. So like, and I just like looked at him, put my hands like up, and I was like,
not anymore.
I was like, I just said like, maybe like, and he's like, oh, and then he goes, well, like, what do you want to know? I'm like, dude, like you're supposed to be selling the car to me, not like I'm sorry I'm in your way. There's nobody else in here, and there's 5 employees in here. Like, you guys are like, oh, you're all sitting on your phones, really busy. Like, and just, what would you do if someone said that to you, Chili?
Oh, it would not go over well. First of all, I would probably ask to speak to the man's manager. I honestly would, because I've done it before.
With your hair? Flip your Karen hair out?
Oh, yeah.
Put on my sunglasses.
And then I would inform him of what happened, and then I would walk out of the store. And I would never go back.
I ran a decently successful automotive podcast, so I'm just going to rip them instead.
Yeah. But yeah, like, if I'm going to be spending my money, I want the person to be helpful who's going to be there. I don't want them to be you know, I can't use that word on here. But, you know, I don't want them to be that way. I would like them to be helpful in the car buying business because this is a lot of money. It's a lot of money for people to be spending. It's not like this is just some, you know, I'm going to buy a $30 wristband somewhere or something like that. I'm spending a lot of money that I have worked very hard for, and I want the process to be running smoothly. I don't want to be running into these types of snags.
What if I'm like Yamamoto?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get what this guy's angle is.
Yeah.
Well, then I went on the attack. Now I'm like, everything I know not good about Tesla, I'm asking you about it.
Yeah.
To put him on the spot. I went, tell me the truth about charging. And he goes, well, if you buy the fast charger too, you can go 5 to 80% in 25 minutes. And I go, okay, what if you don't want to spend the extra money on a fast charger? Can you plug it into the wall? And he goes, yeah, but it won't even charge. Quote!
Yeah.
Quote! He said, it's more like a trickle charge. You might get 5 to 10% overnight.
Yeah, which is not enough.
And then he goes, I'm like, okay. And he goes, but if you like plug it into your washer machine outlet, it'll charge overnight. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you know how much energy a washing machine uses? Like, those outlets use? Yeah. Now it's almost not... Like, now we're getting into expensive stuff again, right? So.
Yeah, and then, like we've said before, is, like, the electricity that is produced here comes from burning coal.
Well, not so much anymore. We're starting to shift to natural gas, but, yeah, a lot of the world is burning coal.
Yeah.
A little bit, probably in the north somewhere still. Then I went, okay, what else do I know that Tesla is like ruthlessly... I should have asked for... I was kind of upset. Like, I only asked like one more question. I was like, what about the paint? Like, I'm like... And he's like, oh, like, it's a great paint or whatever. And I said, you look close, you can see it's orange peely. Like, it's not a good finish. I don't know if it's just this specific one or not. But you understand what I mean? Like, orange peely, like, it kind of like... It's not even.
It's not flat.
It's not flat.
Smooth.
It's not even. Yeah. It looks... bad.
It's not like orange peeling, like it's peeling the color orange, like an orange peel is what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's wrong. Like, I'm like, what about the water-based paint? Like I know there's problems about that. And he's like, well, those aren't real. I was like, okay, well, that's a lie too. And I know my professor has a Tesla, and I talked to him for like an hour about it, and he's saying that he had to get it PPF and stuff. Because otherwise it leaks paint in the snow. So.
Which is most of the year.
And I said that to him, and he goes, well, yeah, you gotta get a PPF. I'm like, okay, well, yeah. Okay, so he's like, yeah, but a car like this, you have to get a PPF. Any car like this. I'm like, well, no.
No, because if you want to buy...
I mean, like, it's not a stupid idea, but... It's recommended, obviously. You're spending $60,000 or whatnot, whatever the hell this thing cost. I don't know. Didn't even get to that point. I was going to ask him. Got too mad. And then I just said, all right, see ya, and walked out.
Good.
Yeah. So, final page of my notes says, asshole!
Which is exactly the word I was using earlier.
Yeah. So.
But, yeah, I mean, it really sullied the experience and also... kind of took you off of buying a vehicle, which is not good. Mm-hmm. Because the whole point of a salesperson is to encourage you to purchase said vehicle.
Absolutely. I went in mind open. You know, I've said a lot of derogatory things towards Tesla, I guess, is kind of an appropriate term to use for it. So I really wanted... I was open. I was going to drive one. You know, I was open to it. I got to... Like, I drive basically a gasoline version competitor, like price-wise and stuff. Not a big deal. I feel bad. I might take that out. I feel bad for saying that. But,
basically, he's got money.
I still live at home, though, so don't get too excited.
Yeah, because instead of buying a house, he bought a car.
Yeah. Well, that's the right decision. Anyone listening to this knows that's the right decision.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, like So it's not like it's that far out of like something crazy. I'm just like some young kid. Like I don't look young. I look older than I am too.
Yeah, we both do.
So I don't know. Yeah, I went in open-minded. I'm gonna try to drive one, or I'm gonna ask to drive one. I'm gonna, I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. I want to go in raw. Even at the initially, like my initial when I first went in there, like this is cool. Sound system sounds really good. That's one thing because like they got some cool thing that you close the doors. It like starts like the sound system up when you go inside.
Yeah.
Sound really good. Initially, I was like, yeah, it's cool. Screen's cool. I was like, hey, now a lot of good things about it. The wheels are cool. Alcantara feels cool. Then I went into like, hey, what don't I like? Mentioned obviously all those already because I'm sour. And then that happened. And I'm back to where I was before, if not farther.
Yeah.
Not a fan whatsoever. I should have told him that I was going to walk down the street to Porsche.
Which you did do, didn't you?
I did, but I wasn't going to buy one. I went there. Yeah. I learned some other really cool news just talking to guys. I went through all the dealerships there that day because I was out in the area getting some work done on my car. I just want to say, Lexus, first off, awesome as usual. They even open the door for you. Hi, sir. Can I interest you in any coffee or anything? I'm like, dead lost. No, I'm kidding. I said, no, I'm good. Where are the wheels at?
Yeah, Nespresso,
Point me
please.
to the point me to the wheels. Then Porsche, unreal, great service. Maybe I'm biased because I know them. They know who I am. Mercedes, kind of whatever. It was okay. Acura, nobody said a word to me. Nobody said a word to me.
Really?
Yeah.
You just walked in and they didn't
walked
didn't
around,
offer any help.
looked at every car. Nobody said a word to me.
Wow.
Went to Subaru. Not a single car inside. So I walked out. Tesla speaks for itself. Maserati. Should I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're that cutie I was talking to. DM us on Instagram. Yeah. And speaking with other people at other dealerships, I was really interested in talking about electric cars and stuff. They're electric cars because I knew I was going to end the day at Tesla as kind of my last place I wanted to go to because I wanted to go for that test drive. We speak about electric cars, got some very interesting insight, asked about, batteries, winter, what's going on?
Yeah.
Let's say we're at minus 20, how much range do you lose? The answer, this is from an expert, like essentially an expert with the brand that I was speaking to. I won't out them. 50%.
Yeah.
50% range. That is significant. Obviously, in town, you're still going to be okay. But if you're traveling, there's definitely, especially in our area where populations are so spread out, there would be difficulties with that. Said something else too now. Oh, Tesla. I asked them, what are the brands? Like, how do brands deal with that? Does it say, when it starts up, does it say that? He says most brands will be honest about their the range. You turn it on, it's going to say 200 kilometers. It's not going to lie to you and say
it's going to be close to 200 kilometers.
Yes. Where Tesla, this person had experience with Tesla as well. Tesla will tell you it is fully charged, 600 kilometers or whatever, 550 kilometers, whatever the hell it is. And your first 10 kilometers, you will lose 100 kilometers.
Yeah.
It lies to you. It is dishonest. That irritates me. Why? Like, because I'm going to be okay with it if you tell me the truth. More so.
Also, like, what if you're driving to Lethbridge that day?
Like,
and you're like, I've got enough to get there.
Yeah. I mean, you'd notice by the time you get to Red Deer because there'd be 10 kilometers left on.
But then you have to charge it in Red Deer. That's the problem.
It's just dishonest with your planning and stuff, right? You would have to go through to do it. What are the other issues? Oh, man. Charging, obviously we talked about charging as well. Getting better. Fast chargers, you can get 25 minutes. Obviously, you need the infrastructure. You don't want to be waiting in line for 3 hours to get into it, and then you go and sitting there for 25 minutes. Let's say he's a good example. You're in a family. You stop for gas. You stop at Gasoline Alley, let's say. You're out there. You get some Dons, A&W, the big...
Donut Mill.
Donut Mill. That's what it is. Let me say bagel wheel. Donut mill. You stop at the donut mill. Okay, you got kids. It's gonna take 25 minutes to do your stuff, right? That's not that big of a deal. That really put that into perspective for me. Like, yeah, okay, I can deal with that, right? That makes a little bit more sense, right? Yeah, we'll see where electric car goes. Obviously, the production is massive. Is a massive ozone herder, earth herder, ecosystem destroyer, like massive.
Yes, because of the mines.
Yes, like I believe it's at least half for a gasoline car. Obviously, over time, a gasoline car is gonna get better, or sorry, get worse. I believe Donut Media said on average, kind of through the world, it takes about 10 years for an electric car to become greener, in quotations, than a gasoline car, which is like, obviously we need to improve that, because I'm all for like doing something, getting green. I believe we need to have alternatives. This is not the way to go, clearly, as it is right now. It needs to change.
Yeah, well, there's also big research into different types of batteries.
Mm-hmm.
And different types of recharging batteries and all that form as well, which, again, will further the benefit of electric cars. Like, we're not shitting on electric cars, or we're trying to say that they're just not exactly there yet, and they're getting there, and they're improving rapidly, and they will be there soon.
Yeah, that's we talked about that. They're improving faster than that of, I guess, the gasoline technology is right now. Another thing he mentioned, the lithium-ion batteries use a copper lining. The world is going through a copper shortage already, which can be a significant concern because that would see a massive rise in cost in battery production.
Yes, and that's for everything. Your phones, your computers, everything that uses...
And the manufacturers aren't paying for it. You are.
Yeah.
So...
Yes.
Yeah. So overall, that's my experience with Tesla. Let me know what you guys think of Tesla. You know, obviously calling it kind of Tesla special. We didn't go that deep into the more so of the brand. I think it's... I'm going to end this with a bang. Biggest greenwashing brand in the world. Thank you for watching. Or watching. Thank you for watching with your ears.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Apparently Spotify's got like a rating system now, so 5-star rating would be awesome, or whatever you believe, but if you're not going to do 5-star, please don't do it. So give us a rating, leave us a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us, whatever. These are coming back hopefully every 2 weeks here through the summer. I'm excited to do it. We got a guest coming next week already for some angry debate. We'll be yelling at each other at the top of our lungs, and we'll see who else we can get on from maybe a couple dealerships and automotive supercar owners or something like that around this city. Chili, any last words?
Just continue to be safe out there. You know, drink some water and be stress free.
And let's go Oilers, eh?
Yes, absolutely.
Playoffs, and I don't know. I feel like Slava Ukraini. All right. See you guys next time.